and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from April 22nd, 2020, with your AEW Dynamite results. So, Chris Jericho and Tony Schiavone were your commentators, and let's get right into the show here. And obviously, this is also the continuation of the the AEW TNT Championship Tournament. They continue on with Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Before the match started, Sammy Guevara got the jump onto Darby Allin, and then the match start. It was like the same thing that happened at Revolution between the two, and it happened here during this tournament on AEW Dynamite. But the big difference is, was it going to be a short match? No, it wasn't actually. It actually being longer than the one they had from Revolution. And also, was it going to be a different outcome where Sammy Guevara's going to go over? Nope. It would be a different outcome because as it being the same outcome as to say from Revolution, where Darby Allin still at the end of the day got the win over the Spanish God, so the Enigma advances to face Cody in the semifinals of the TNT Championship Tournament. We got to a broken Matt Hardy, with him being broken. He says that he gave Chris Jericho an invitation, which he refused the invitation of Ortiz going to the Hardy compound for the Elite Deletion. And Jericho basically never gave him a word of it. Matt Hardy never heard from Chris Jericho. All he saw was the bubbly bunch. That's all he saw. But he decided to invite Sammy Guevara instead. And then all of a sudden, Matt Hardy turns into, sorry about that. All of a sudden, you get broken Matt Hardy ends up being regular Matt Hardy. And he's talking about, Darby, not Darby Allin, he's talking about Sammy Guevara. So I guess the roles is changed around now, where Matt Hardy wants to go after Sammy Guevara since Chris Jericho has not replied to Matt Hardy. So that's what they're going with, and let's see if how that develops. I like this, by the way. Matt Hardy started off as being broken Matt Hardy, and then went for his other split personality as regular Matt Hardy. I love it. I thought it was very creative there. Then we get to Kenny Omega versus Alan Angels. Kenny Omega basically give this Alan Angels an opportunity to showcase what he can do in the ring against Kenny Omega. He basically gave him a little too much to work on him and everything, but in the end, it was Kenny Omega getting the win, and Kenny Omega puts over Alan Angels for a good job. So the Best Bout Machine is putting over a talent that we don't know who he is in the match that basically Kenny Omega is above, obviously, and some guy who's below Kenny Omega. Especially Kenny Omega showing that anyone can have an opportunity, anyone can shine, anyone can showcase, anyone can get over, and they keep trying, and they go up against one of the best wrestlers in the world. We get to Scorpio Sky. I said Scorpion Sky. No, Scorpio Sky from SCU. He talks about his journey to AEW. Said that he had problems where it takes to nearly stop his dream of being a wrestler. He talks about for years he wondered if this is going to be what if this is ever going to happen, if he's ever going to be a wrestler. And all of a sudden he got an opportunity. He got a shot, and then he formed along with Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, known as SoCal Uncensored, SCU, back in the days of Ring of Honor, obviously. And he tells other stories too. but retains to Scorpio Sky. And I'm like, they're really go all in with Scorpio Sky here. Where he's gonna be the future of the company of AEW, which is good. That's good. They're gonna give him this opportunity. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but Scorpio Sky, he's the sky's the limit. The sky's it's the limit for him. Scorpio Sky is the limit. Just say that. Um, we get the debut on AEW Dynamite television of freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, excuse me, being accompanied by Trent and Chuck Taylor of the Best Friends. Sorry about that. So yeah, all the time that Orange Cassidy was on AEW Dynamite, since back in October, we get to in April where we see Orange Cassidy wrestling on AEW Dynamite. Now he was originally going to be wrestling on AEW Dynamite, not in a one-on-one match, but along with the Best Friends against the Death Triangle, which is Pac and the Lucha Brothers, which is Pentagon Junior and Ray Phoenix. But unfortunately, because this whole pandemic going on, those guys decided that they don't feel comfortable working during this condition. So they got something else better. If you want to call it something better for Orange Cassidy and Best Friends to do, until we get to a point where we're going to get to that match eventually between Orange Cassidy and Best Friends versus Death Triangle. And this ends up being one of them. Orange Cassidy goes up against Jimmy Havoc. Orange Cassidy look for some retribution against Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc got the jump start by attacking Orange Cassidy. Basically, the match is all Jimmy Havoc. Orange Cassidy was getting some offense in there, but this match is all was going to Jimmy Havoc. In a way, Orange Cassidy, he tries to build momentum. He tries to get some offense, and he does get some offense. But he try. The thing is about Orange Cassidy that he'll try. He's going to try. And also, we got some involvements outside of the ring too. Also, Penalty 4 came out of nowhere, and I think Keep Saving Man came out too as well. Oh yeah, actually he did. So basically, we had a commotion going outside the ring. And all of a sudden, Orange Cassidy got the win over Jimmy Havoc. Basically, a fluke win. And then after the match, Orange Cassidy gets beat up by Havoc and Sabian. And the Best Friends come in there to chase him off, and that was it. So the feud continues on, where it changes to Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends, where it changes to Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, and Jimmy Havoc. We get to MJF. He talks about his update. Talk about during this depressing time, it's never been worse for mankind. He talks about it's because he hasn't been wrestling on AEW Dynamite. Really, it's a depressing time because he hadn't been wrestling on AEW Dynamite. So it has nothing to do with the pandemic. MJF, his character, he's a prick. While he's throwing cash while gambling and everything, and also MJF was wearing a sling. I mean a sling. And I'm like, okay, so he's got an arm injury. And I didn't hear anything about that. There was no reports of it. This is new to me. So I guess that's the reason why he hasn't been wrestling. But he said he's gonna be healthy eventually, and then he'll go after the AEW World Championship, which is the AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. So there you go. Basically, I'm just getting an update of what's going on with him. So we get to Lee Johnson versus Mr. Mayhem, Wardlow. Basically, Wardlow, it was a showcase for him. I think Lee Johnson may have got some offense, but it wasn't enough to try to wear down Wardlow, because at the end of the day, Wardlow destroys him. I mean, don't call Mr. Mayhem for nothing. So yeah, so obviously the winner was Wardlow. He got on with the I think they call it the F10. I can't remember if they call it the F10. Basically, it's like the F5 for Brock Lesnar, but the way he does it, he keeps turning around and then tosses them off shoulders. So, so basically, it's supposed to be 10 times better than the F5, I guess. I'm assuming. And yeah, and that was it. Nothing to say about the match. We see some guy who's injured, who's on the shelf. Also, he goes, drinking some beers and everything. Also, he sees the website of the Dark Order. And I thought to myself, yeah, I know where this is going. Because this person feels like he's a loser and everything. His career is over. They say he's a former football player in a way because of injuries, whatever. So he goes to Mr. Brody, the exalted one, Brody Lee, of the Dark Order. And basically Brody Lee talks to him and say, I know that he's frustrated. He asks how tall is he and everything, and what's his weight. Reminds me of Vince McMahon. Wink. Again, it's Mr. Brody taking shots at Vince McMahon. You know, because that's the type of person this man is looking for. He's looking for someone who's big and who looks in good condition with the weights. Brody says, he was informed. The guy sounded like he's a hard worker, but hasn't broken through. Says that he wants to offer the guy success, the power, the strength, and numbers. Says that the group are the lions of AEW. Basically, like he's basically like they're young lions. Young lions like from Japan. These young lions are up and coming and everything. So if you join the Dark Order, you're up and coming. You're a lion, and so. But yeah, that was basically it. It was mad, but hey, that's all there is to it of that. Justin Law versus the Exalted One, Brody Lee. Brody Lee wins the match, obviously, but during the match they kept showing Marco Stunt, and I thought to myself, oh no, they're gonna do a match between Marco Stunt and Brody Lee. And I'm saying to myself, I'm not liking it. It's gonna remind me of what happened with the whole thing with Lance Archer, where Marcus Stunt got a lot of offense in on Lance Archer, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the exact same thing with Brody Lee, and I'm gonna hate it. But yeah, Brody Lee won. Yeah, in case you haven't figured that out yet. And his next match is gonna be against Marco Stunt, because Brody came out, confront him, stare him down. Marco Stunt was scared. Brody leaves, and that was it. So that's next match. Great. Not really. As long as Marcus doesn't get any offense in, like how it was being portrayed with Lance Archer. As long as he doesn't get any offense in, that'll be nice. Best friends and Orange Cassidy. Let's talk about Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford. They keep sucking nose in front in their business and everything. So Trent and Taylor, Chuck Taylor, they are issuing a challenge to Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian. And yeah, there you go. I'm assuming that's gonna be the next AEW Dynamite show. Oh, here we go. My favorite segment. The Inner Circle in the second episode of the Bubbly Bunch. So I was saying to myself, oh, what they gonna do? What are they gonna do this time with the Bubbly Bunch here? So the Bubbly Bunch is a segment where Sammy Guevara is talking all sad, and I say to myself, why is he sad? Because he lost the tournament, I guess, or maybe because he's sad because Jake Hager didn't win the AEW World Championship title. So basically, and that's exactly what it was too, by the way. That's the reason why he was sad, because he really wanted Jake Hager to win the belt, but unfortunately he didn't. I'm pretty sure his wife felt the same thing too, Jake Hager. But also Ortiz and Hager would try to cheer him up and everything, and still no avail. He was still feeling sad. Chris Jericho, on the other hand, said, "Yo, to the inner circle, why you looking down, and everything, and like let's have a dance contest and everything." And then Jericho is, basically, I don't know, the dance contest we can do is the Flim Flam dance, which I'm pretty sure y'all seen a lot of that, on Instagram or wherever it's been shown, even on, I think on YouTube at one point. But basically, it was basically on the way to mock the TikTok dance. And then Sam Guevara was not feeling it too, by the way. Again, he's feeling sad because J.K. didn't win the belt. So Jericho says, "I'll tell you what, the winner of this dance, of the Flim Flam dance, will get a small bottle of hand sanitizer." And I say to myself, hand sanitizer. And on top of that, it was a small bottle of a hand sanitizer. So you're telling me whoever wins this dance contest gets to win a hand sanitizer, even though they're not even close to each other, by the way, because social distancing during this whole pandemic. So Sam Guevara was like, he was. I thought I thought he felt the same way like I was feeling too, where he's like a hand sanitizer, and then he goes, "Let's do it." And like wait, what? So then all of a sudden, you see Jake Hager doing the Flim Flam dance, as I'm watching them dancing, I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. But it made me laugh. At first, I was, as I was going to the segment, I was like, I'm not feeling the segment, but then all of a sudden, it made up for me when Jake Hager was doing the dance, doing this and all that, and then Ortiz was doing that, Santana was doing all this and everything, and then Sam Guevara, he was doing it too, but then also he started adding some breakdance in the way as well. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, obviously we got one right here. Sammy Guevara, he was once sad and now he's happy, and he won the contest. And Jericho, he was so upset that he basically said, show off. He basically saying to Sammy Guevara, you win, you show off in a way. As he was basically, Jericho was being a sore loser. So yeah, and that was it. So I didn't even see Jericho dance. I I don't know. Maybe he was the judge, whatever. But at the same time, why would he be pissed off if he didn't even dance? I don't know, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, basically that segment of it with them dancing, it made it up for me. So that, yeah, I was sorry about that. I was cracking up when I saw that. I love this, by the way. The Inner Circle doing their own parody of the Brady Bunch, but this one is the Bubbly Bunch. So it was awesome. Then we get to the main event. Dustin Rhodes with Brandy Rose at ringside versus Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford at ringside. The continuing the TNT championship tournament. And it was weird about this match because, folks, for some reason, Dustin Rhodes singled out Kip Sabian, where if he doesn't beat Kip Sabian, then he will retire. And I say to myself, where did that come from? I don't understand this at all. And on top of that, it made no sense either because Dustin Rhodes, he can still go. He still can wrestle. Not like we used to in the past, but he can still work in the ring. He can still go. He still got endurance. He still got stamina. He got the energy. He can still go toe to toe with anyone in the ring. And at the same time, he just a former team with QT Marshall, known as the Natural Nightmares. Being with the valet Brandy Rose. So I'm supposed to believe that Dustin Rhodes is going to retire if he doesn't beat someone like a Kip Sabian, huh? So that was weird. And another weird thing about this too is that this match, it wasn't a great main event match. I would not even say it was decent. I thought at best it was okay. But the fact also Penelope Ford and Brandy Rose they botched a spot at one another outside the ring because they got involved in the match too. By the way, basically from the tail end of it. And like, wow, this was a this was a main event mess up of AEW Dynamite. I was not feeling the main event. So despite me liking the show, but yeah, I was not feeling the show at all. I mean I was feeling the show, but I was not feeling the main event. Meant to say. So I don't know. In the end, it was Dustin Rhodes winning the match. So obviously he wasn't going to lose. But I'm like saying myself, why even do that? Why even do that stipulation if Dustin Rhodes doesn't win? Because he can't be Kip Sabian. Like again, I don't know where that came from. Again, that he's going to retire. That made no sense. It was not a good stipulation at all. Terry mentioned that. So what was the point? What was the point of it? Oh, I'll tell what's the point of it. Just for it to be predictable. Because obviously Justin Rhodes was going to lose. I knew he wasn't going to lose because it's the story's going to be played out where it takes to Cody eventually going up against Lance Archer. That's if Cody doesn't win against Darby Allin. So I mean that's if Cody can beat Darby Allin to go to the finals to face Lance Archer. Because let's face it, Lance Archer he's going to the finals. There's no way they're gonna have him lose to Dustin Rhodes. No offense to Dustin Rhodes, but there's no way they're gonna have Dustin Rhodes go over on Lance Archer. Lance Archer is the one getting the push, and Lance Archer should Lance Archer should be the first ever TNT champion in AEW. And who's he gonna do it to? Either Darby Allin or the Cody. I'll go with both ways. Doesn't matter who. No matter how you look at it. Cody Rhodes. If also the story, Darby Allin, it'll work either way because Darby Allin, he can go up against anyone in a way. So we'll see. But I still go with Darby Allin though. Darby Allin is my pick to go to the finals against Lance Archer, where Lance Archer at the end of the day is going to win. And doesn't matter how you look at it. Well, in me personally, no matter how I look at it, Lance Archer, you put him in the tournament, he's got to go over. He has to win. Otherwise, what's the point of putting him in the tournament if you're just having to lose? Hopefully that doesn't happen. So we'll see. And that was the show. Here one moment, folks. All right. Tomorrow Wrestling was 6 matches. My overall rating for the show, I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. This was your All Elite Wrestling review, which is getting you AEW Dynamite results from April 22nd, 2020. Until next time, folks, with the All Elite Wrestling review, y'all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself for this whole pandemic going on with the CV player. I'm out. Ta-ta for now.